You been on my mind, you been on my mind. Try not to think about you like all the time. I'm asking myself where did all the memories go. It's hard to be myself ever since you been gone. As I'm chilling at this party, I realize I don't even wanna be here. I'd rather be alone with you, and this liquor make it hard to see it clear. Always wondering if I'm good enough, but you make me feel like I am. I've been stressed a lot, but I make it out, and that's just the person I am. Yeah.
It's me, SimbaTv. Bang! What is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Simba coming back here again with another reaction video for you guys today. For today's reaction video, we got the Ryan Room episode 2. Let's jump up in it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Ryan Room. Okay. Alright, today we're going to talk about vibe. What's the vibe, bro? Yeah, that's actually a really good question. Everything you know runs off of vibrations. Now, before you're like, oh, fuck you, you witch tarot card reader. Now, let me give you a few examples before we go talking about this so you can see it for yourself. Vibrate the metal plate by using a tone generator. As the pitch of the tone increases, geometric patterns will form and become more complex. Dude. Now, let's look at another example. Alright, so here's one where a guy uses a water hose, a subwoofer, and cranks the bass up to a certain amount. Watch this. At 24 frames per second. Watch the pattern.
Whoa. Okay, now that's some witch shit, man. I don't know. He's a wizard, Harry. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Another example of, you know, using sound and music and vibrations for certain things, a little bit on the evil side, is our government uses certain songs to fucking torture prisoners, like in places like Guantanamo Bay. Let me look up the list, give you a name of some of the songs. 11 popular songs the CIA used to torture terror suspects. The Real Slim Shady by Eminem, Take Your Best Shot by Dope, Dirty by Christina Aguilera, Zigrati by Mohammed El Kwash, I don't know how to fucking say that. Babylon by David Gray, I Love You by the Barney Theme. Oh, Jesus. Imagine being stuck in a fucking room. I love you. You love me. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure they take like 8 to 15 second sound bites of a song and repeat it over and over and over and over and over, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees. The Meow Mix theme. Oh my fuck, dude. Could you imagine being strapped to a fucking chair in a white room and hearing meow 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 meow. I would fucking go berserk. The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson, F Your God by Decide, and We Are the Champions by Queen. Yeah, that's right, you fucking terrorists. We are the champions. Fuck you. What I'm getting at is, in my own career, I see these other people. And, you know, this is not I'm not making this video to bash these people. You know, if anything, you know, I'm not going to say any names, but if anything, I hope they see this video and they realize some shit they need to realize. Your life vibrates. The things you say vibrate. The things you say go somewhere. They go out there in the universe. At least that's what I believe. I do believe in things like speaking stuff into existence. But when I'm talking about like speaking something into existence, you can't just like walk outside and be like, I want to be rich tomorrow. Universe, do it. No, you have to have like a certain tone about you. Like a good tone. And, you know, people might be like, oh, well, you're crazy. What do you mean tones and vibrations? Don't nobody care about that. Well, engineers who fucking build $1 million monuments fucking care. So, I mean, go tell them fucking. Hell, there's one built in Nashville at the end of the Bicentennial Mall. There's a big TriStar, like a little symbol of enlightenment. I have it tattooed right here. And it's built around tones and sounds. Here, I'll show you.
At the end of the Bicentennial Mall in Tennessee, which resembles Meru, is the Court of 3 Stars. It is designed in a circular platform with 95 columns. A bell is housed at the top of each column, and one bell resides in the capital, representing all 96 counties in the state. The cord of 3 stars may symbolize the third eye of enlightenment, with an iron rod at the center to echo the tones. Bells are acoustically complex, and their construction results in a very specific frequency and amplitude. There are 4 basic means of activating musical sound without electricity, which are striking, blowing, rubbing, and plucking. The wave of sound forms the tone and vibrates, forming the amplitude of the wave. The more intense sounds result in a higher frequency, or hertz. It is interesting to note that the granite floor and limestone pillars charge the cord of 3 stars with positive and negative polarity, much like an electrical circuit.
See?
The Earth's energy includes mechanical, thermal, electrical, magnetic, nuclear, and chemical, each having a source for sound. It is possible that bells vibrating at a certain frequency could have a symbolic or functional meaning to those that have a deep knowledge of sacred architecture and geometry.
Now, when you convert all this into a human, and where a human is in his life, and what that human acts like and sounds like and what they do, usually you can tell what someone's life is like by talking to them for 10 minutes. And, you know, if you look at my career and you look at some of the people that have been, you know, around me or whatever, doing music or what have you not along the way, and you look at what kind of sound they make, what kind of person are they, what's the vibe with that person, a lot of these people with shitty vibes haven't gotten that far.
Yep.
And those of us who ignore those vibes and kind of just do whatever we want, we are farther than those people. Why is that? Well, if your career is a sound, if you're like me and block shit out and just kind of stay in your own world and you're like, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do.
I get what he's saying. Put it in that positive energy to the world. You know, I tell people that all the time. You put out positive energy, that's what you're going to get back. You put out negative, that's what you're going to get back. And a lot of people are out here just negative for no apparent reason. Whether, you know, they have past trauma that they haven't healed from, they're holding on to things. They're just putting out negative energy, and so much negativity comes back to them. And they're like, well, what I do to deserve this? And it's like, because you're still that negative person. You're still that person that is just ugly, like just ugly on the inside, like purely ugly. My mom used to tell me, man, you can tell who someone is within 10 minutes. Just like Church said, if you sit there and let them talk, they'll answer every question that you ever had about them without you even asking. And that's true.
Just keep going, right? Well, these other ones who are constantly not focusing on what they're fucking doing and what sound they're making, well, they're not making no sound. They're looking at people who are making a sound. So if I'm walking down the street and I'm do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, and he sees me having a good time, and he's not having a good time, he's going to come at me like, and try to get me to stop. So I'll with him. And if I'm with him, well, then we're just both in the same spot for that time being, right?
Yep.
We're both putting a halt to what the fuck we're doing. We're not anymore. I'm not doing it, and he's not, because he wasn't fucking anyways. So if both careers are what they are, and I'm do-do-do-do-do, and this person is wah, boo-hoo, wah, wah, boo-hoo, wah. Look how far him, look how far me. Both the same length, but I'm over here, da-da-da-da-da. They're over here, wah, boo-hoo, look at me. So then, they try to attack your shit to pull it back down. The only way they can pull you down is if you stop humming that beautiful ass tone.
Yep.
To deal with their.
If you let it. Yeah.
Fuck that. No, don't. No. If emotions and attitudes could charge batteries, and you had this battery being charged in a room that was like, yeah, man, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and bro, I'm gonna wear this because it makes me feel good, and dude, I'm gonna set a goal, and then how I'm gonna get to that goal is getting charged up, right? If this battery's in a room and they're like, man, look what he's doing, man, fuck him. He don't deserve, he ain't got, I didn't. It's gonna be a fucking dead battery. And you know, once these batteries realize they can't be charged properly, they will try to attack a charged battery to get some energy, clout, eyeballs, attention. When really all you need is your own fucking imagination.
Right.
You don't need someone else's fucking imagination. You're literally trying to jump on to someone's soaring badass imagination because you don't have one. So you're like, oh, fucking, I ride for a minute. No, you can't ride, fucking. You're not a part of this wavelength. But maybe if you had a different tone, you could harmonize with us. But you can't harmonize with us because you ain't on the same tone. This shit matters. I swear it does. Which brings me to my next point. Let me get rid of this fucking hat. Which brings me to my next point. You know, living in my own little world all the time, I do a lot of artsy shit. Like all these drawings, you know, painting my room to make it look cool. After I painted my walls black, I put my pictures up and, you know, my billboard positioning plaques and all this stuff to feel good, to look at it. Because I want to walk in here and have everything that I like pop out at me. And I've made all this stuff and I've drawn all these things by having focus. It's kind of like meditating for me. You know, sometimes my brain wants quietness and chill. So if I'm in my own world in quietness, doing nothing but drawing art that I want to draw, listening to some good art that I chose, later on it's going to make me make an album of art that sounds totally different than something y'all ain't never heard before.
Right.
But that's solely because I'm in my own world. It's not because I'm focused on anyone else's, what they got going on. I mean, dude, look how many albums I've made. Like, I don't even know. It's probably like in the 20s or some shit. Because I'm constantly in my own world. My imagination is fucking huge for a 30-year-old person. But I'm not consumed by what this other artist is doing. I'm not consumed by who their friends are. My friends with their friends. I'm not consumed by the news. I'm not consumed by Facebook. I deleted that shit. That shit's...
I like what he's saying. Because he's not putting himself in a box. He's not putting himself in that box to be consumed about everything else. Because a lot of times we get so caught up about what the other person is doing or thinking or, you know, who they're hanging out with, friends and things like that, that we forget we're our own person and we need to do our own things to create. We got to let ourselves expand. I like what he's saying.
It's fucking toxic. Over the past like few months, I have deleted a lot of shit from my life that took unnecessary time and minutes and hours. In this life, I would like to use my time and minutes and hours to be timeless. You can't buy time, but you can create time. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to create music and use my time and minutes creating music that is so good that it outlives my physical self.
Right.
That's what I want to do. But I'm not going to do that or get there by bickering and fighting or copying somebody else's fucking idea. And when I say copy, I don't mean like, oh, well, you sound kind of like this or you sound kind of like this. Every artist is made by listening to multiple other artists. When I say copy, I mean like copy a fucking album cover that looks exactly like their album cover or some shit like that. And I'm referencing music, obviously, because that's what I do for a living. And you know, it's a really good career that you can look at that's like, okay, you know, when you're talking about the vibration of somebody and, you know, sounds and attitudes and stuff like that, like you see a lot of this. And there's a lot of people to watch and see how they are and see where they end up. It's quite interesting. I'll leave you on this. To succeed, you have to know yourself. To know yourself, you can't be distracted by anyone else. Also, you can't get far in life by complaining somebody else is farther than you.
Right. I hate that. Right.
You can't lose.
Exactly.
You're farther than you was yesterday. Now, go limit your time on how much you stare at these fucking apps all damn day and do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Change the tone, fucking. Change the tone. It's where you want to be when Jeebus coming back. Fucking shoot.
Okay, I like it, man. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.